What's up, everybody? It's Chad, the real estate dad, and we are super excited. We are back with episode 19 of real estate questions from a teenager and more. So we've been on a little bit of a delay. As you can see, I've got this little bit of a shoulder brace, so I was out for shoulder surgery. Micah and I are ready to charge forward, right, buddy?
Yes, sir.
Good, man. So how was your week?
It's been good.
Yeah,
Busy.
so tell everybody a little bit about what you do and some of the projects you're working on.
So I started a little video business called MicStudios. There'll be a link in the description to where you can find me, but I do a couple of my dad's real estate videos, show some of the clips from that, some of the events like the Maker Mine market, if anyone saw that. Yeah, so I've been doing some projects, events, real estate, and I'm just doing some for fun stuff as well, just to build my skills as well. So yeah,
awesome. So Micah's video editing. He's got some great mentors over at Peakside Media. I want to give a shout out to Zach and Jess. So follow Micah. You can see down below there'll be a link to his Instagram account. You can see a little bit of the videos that he's uploaded already, and you can kind of track some of the things that he's doing there. So well, let's dive right in. Let's talk about this week's episode and some of the questions that you've got for Dad this week.
Okay, so my next question has to do with the closing process. So we're on the edge of our seats, ready to close on a house, whether it's buying or selling, and a problem comes up, whether it's with like the sellers of the house that I'd be buying, or just something with the contracts, or something, just some sort of problem came up. Like, how can I be assured that this closing will happen or that it will go smoothly?
Well, what a great question. And you know, in today's real estate market as well, you know, our contract to buy and sell really holds each party accountable to the terms of the contract. So as we don't have a lot of control of what a buyer or seller, how they may respond, but at the same time, when it comes to a contract to buy and sell real estate, there are deadline dates and there's performance in that each party to the contract has to abide by. So whether that's a lending condition, so if there's a situation where maybe a buyer or a seller gets cold feet right before closing, unfortunately, those are things that are out of our control and they have happened. So what happens in regards to that? We never dictate or can have any pulse on the control of that, but the contract will dictate what kind of the next step is and whose responsibility it is, because both parties are agreeing to those terms and to those contracts. So those are some of the elements that we always do, is refer back to the contract. That's why it's important to, when you have an advisor that is putting together an offer on a property or selling your property, you want to be able to sit down and go line by line and understanding what are the terms of the contract, what is your obligation as a buyer and a seller. Does that make sense?
Yes, and that's why it's good to have a good real estate advisor as well, because they'll definitely help you out with their experience and assurance that they know what they're doing.
Right.
And they'll do everything they can to get the closing.
That's exactly right. So that's why it's really important. Who you hire matters. So we'd love the opportunity. If you have a loyal realtor that you've been working with, we love that. Be true to them. If you have been in the market to looking to buy or sell, we'd love the opportunity to sit down with you and really go through the process with you from start to finish, so that way you know what your rights are. So how's that sound?
Sounds great, Dad.
Awesome.
Thank you for answering my question.
You're welcome. Well, hey, thanks everybody for joining us. Remember to follow Micah right down there, and we'll see you on the next episode. Take care.